Hello and welcome to the help video for Actually Accented. Well, the first half of Actually Accented. We're going to go up to letter C on this one this week because we don't have mallet instruments at home. We're all going to be playing snare drum solos, and I thought it would be fun for all of us to play the same one and maybe help each other. So this one does have a lot of unique challenges in it and a lot of fun things to do. And so we'll talk about those things, but first let's listen to the solo. Well, that's the solo up to letter C. So let's talk about a couple specific things that are going to help you get there to where you're performing it really well at tempo. So start slow. You can't start this at the written tempo. It's 80 to 86, but you can certainly start slower than that. Start as slow as you need to and work it measure by measure. Don't try to take big chunks too soon. Some of this seems sight readable, and a lot of it is sight readable, but you'll do a much better job with it in the long run if you do the detail work first and start measure by measure at a slow tempo and then put the bigger pieces together. Okay, some specific things. Like I said, watch your tempo. Use a metronome every time you practice this. We don't want to develop any bad tempo habits. When you're playing by yourself and you're not playing with a band, sometimes those good band sort of habits can lapse, and you can be playing out of tempo and not have any idea. So the metronome will keep you honest there. Dynamics, don't overlook these. Really sell them when you perform this piece. And incorporate them right away. Don't wait. Sometimes we can be tempted to say, okay, well, I'm going to get the rhythms down first and the notes down first and the articulations and stuff, and then I'll go back and put in the dynamics. It seems like it would be a good idea, but it is not. I've never seen that work for anybody, particularly in percussion, because to play something at mezzo piano, even if it's the same rhythm and the same notes, it feels totally different at forte and fortissimo. And so learn to feel these things the right way the first time around. The dynamics are printed right there on the music. They're very easy to overlook, but they're very, very important. So a lot of people say we got to learn the notes and rhythms. I say you got to learn the notes and rhythms and dynamics. I think the three are equal. So there's some notation things in here that we don't normally see. If you look in measure 8 on the end of 1, that diamond-shaped note head is a stick click. And there's a couple of these in here as well. So for the right hand stick click, you'll be clicking right over left. So this is my right hand, this is my left stick. I'm going to click the right hand over the left stick. So the beginning of measure 8 looks like this. So both on the right hand, right on the drum, right on the stick. There are rim knocks, not rim shots, but rim knocks. If you can find it, the X's in measure, looks like 17 is where they first start. Those X's are rim knocks. It sounds a little funny here because the rim is actually louder than the practice pad. But if your practice pad has a rim, you can start practicing that right away. If it doesn't have a rim, you can just kind of use the edge of it. Some of the real feel pads, you can just use the edge of the pad. Okay, let's talk about these rolls. You probably noticed that the rolls here are not buzz rolls, they are open rolls. In the rudimental style, we play these rolls open. And in this case, they happen to be 30-second notes. And so if I'm looking at measure 6. Measure 6. The way I'm going to play that is 1 and 2 and. Notice that there's 4 30-second notes on the and of each one of those. And then there's, I feel like there's another one somewhere. Yeah. So pickups to C and of 4 in measure 12. There's another one on measure 8, beat 2. Beat 2 of measure 8 is, It's actually 8 30-second notes. So that's an open roll. So you're subdividing it the same way that you would subdivide a buzz roll. So if I was playing measure 8 with normal like concert rolls, it might sound like this. 1 and. Notice I'm playing 2 E and with buzz strokes on each note. And maybe I'll subdivide it out as 16th notes that way. An open roll, basically, you play double strokes instead of buzz strokes. Okay? So don't get intimidated by the fact that it's 30-second notes. You're just playing double strokes instead of buzz strokes. So instead of 1 and 2 E and it's 1 and 2 E and Okay? So it's 2 notes for each stroke. This does take a little bit of practice. The bounce of the practice pad and the bounce of the drumstick is your friend here. It does take a little while. It kind of feels like a buzz stroke. When you're playing a buzz stroke, though, what you're trying to capture is the very end. If I just let the stick drop right there at the very end where it goes zzz, that's what I'm trying to capture in a buzz stroke. When I'm doing a double stroke, what I'm trying to capture is that. I'm trying to capture 2 notes that are very, very similar. And so you're going to use the bounce of the drum or the drum pad in this case to help you get there. But it does take a little bit of practice, so don't sleep on those. So we're working on the first half of Actually Accented. To me, this is a really fun solo to play. I hope you enjoy playing it as well. I look forward to seeing your assignments, and have a good time.